Alright, this is an important video. First of all, welcome to the channel, for those that are new. I don't know, I found a mathematical formula in the first page of the Bible that turned out to be this giant matrix of math. And it turns out to be what I believe to be the ciphers for simple English and Jewish gematria. Because I understand one very simple thing. And I'm here to probably show all of you the same way to decode what I have found. Okay? Now we are a one. That is a one cell guy. Okay? That's a one. We are all a one. Which means you can find yourself in there. Trust me. Okay, what is this? This is understanding one very important thing. How to identify tetrahedrons, okay, as the building blocks of the third dimension. Okay, it's the most efficient way of containing volume. What it breaks down to is a one-dimensional line of zeros, or ones. A 1 by 9. The ninth letter of the alphabet is I. What's I? It's like your wild card guy, because I is balance, because 9 is balance, and there are 9 columns and 9 rows in this very balanced cell, which resembles every single thing in Earth. Because abacus could be the I. That is an abacus. Man and God reversed, to my left is God's right. Okay? Now, understanding Armageddon consciousness, or understanding fifth dimensional consciousness, or understanding 13th dimensional consciousness is all about number. Okay? It's understanding that you make a diamond, which is the basis of creating an upside down capital A, which then splits the 9 by 9 matrix into a very, very obvious M. I am. What are you? Okay. I found when I took reality and I flipped it upside down, backwards, and flipped, I found this alien, you know? Okay? So, if you upside down, backwards, and flip that and understand that when you make the Y, okay, the flux capacitor, the tetrahedron, doesn't matter in which orientation you are, you're going to create another 69, okay? You're going to pull one out, a 10th cell, and a row of 9, a column of 9 for time. You can think of that as 4, 9, which is 13, or you can think of that as 4, not times 9 for 36 and 369 code, which is balance code, but, up to you. So, the 10th cell would be the repeating K in this alien name, which when upside down, backwards, and flipped, with knowledge of this 10th cell in the repeated K, would be pretty much Kevin Janok, okay? The first and last names would be flipped. You'd read it backwards and obviously upside down. But all that means is that, I'm the one. Like, literally, I take up a 1 by 9 or a 1 by 10 from a certain point of view. And that goes back to your whole concept of 9/11, 2 pillars of the 9 by 9 matrix. Okay? Now, what have we been looking at here? Okay, these are your letters. That's a T. Okay? Those 5 cells, those 3 and those 3, that's your T. That's your N. Okay, that's your E. That's an I. That's an I. That's an A. That's an A. That's an A. That's a B. That's a C. That's a D. That's an E. That's an F. That's a G. That's a G. That's an H. That's an H. That's an I. That's an I. That's a J. That's a J. That's a K. That's an L. That's an M. That's an N. That's an O. That's a P. That's a Q. These 5, that's a Q. R would be the 18 cells of one of the eyes. That's an S. That's an S. I think there's another one. T. U. Those 5. The bridging of both eyes of Armageddon diamonds. V. W. I haven't really found the letter X yet, 24. I haven't really used it, but I'm sure it's there. There's a bunch of X's, guy. You know? Your 19 and 6 is 25. There's your Y. Those 3 and these 3. So 5 cells, really. Y and Z would be these 4 and these 4. That would be a big giant V for your Z, okay? Literally, you can make every letter in Armageddon. It's all in a diamond mine. You have to go hunting. There's like the entrance to the cave. When you get in the cave, it might get bigger or smaller. Like there's 2 different depths. In and out of the plane, okay? You're going to have an Armageddon of 18 and an Armageddon of 25, okay? Because one eye is always bigger than the other. One eye is always bigger than the other. Yeah, it's important. Sorry. Where is it? Isn't it like a thing? Is it in this one? Like, I don't even know. It's in this one, right? There. One eye is bigger than the other one. The twinkle in your eye. And since you have 2 eyes, and if this is a 0th dimensional singularity, you're turning into a 1-dimensional line traveling to your soul, and you have 2 eyes, it looks like you're making a V, guy. And 2 V's make an X, and 2 X make an L. And the L is on the left hand of God, the energy. The V is on the right hand of God, the knowledge. And the X is the bridging of the 4-6 split. 2 to 3 ain't bad. If this is the Jewish gematria cipher mixed in, and it follows the same diamond, which to me looks like a significant portion of the infinite knot, you know, where would it cut in? It would cut in right here. Go around the 13, guy. It would go into the 322 here, guy. Cuts around 100. Third dimension. Third dimension. It goes around the third dimensional consciousness of wrongness. You know, your 0 to 9 alphabet, I mean, numerical order, when it really should be like, you know, 1, 0, 8, you know, 9, where is it? 9, and there's 2 of them. I don't remember. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 11, and then 10. It's like 1 and 3 for 13, or 1 and 5 for 15, 1 and 4 for 14, 1 and 3 for 13. Oh, pool, whatever. It looks like a pool rack. It looks like a pizza slice, guy. Okay? It looks like a menorah. The Jewish menorah. It looks like a cabbage, okay? The sign of the cross. Cruciferous family. The cruciferous family. Eat more cabbage. I am. Figure out who you are. Decode your name. Decode your date of birth. Make it into a cell, a circled. You have to understand that 3 makes 4, makes 5, makes 6, makes 7. Okay? Makes 8. It's Armageddon consciousness. Okay? You're evolving from a third dimensional consciousness. My God. You're getting out of Dodge, okay? Moving away from a third dimensional consciousness. Going to a fifth dimensional consciousness. Which then understanding that you are going to a 13th dimensional consciousness. To, I don't know, conquer the visual light spectrum. I mean, ego. And understand who you are. And you're like, I am. So it doesn't matter if your name is only on the top, okay? These are like a whole bunch of wild cards right now. A bunch of ones, guy. Letters can dip into the diamond mine. Trust me. It's not, You're gonna get a B sometimes, or a, you know. If you're able to find your name here, you should be able to find your name here. All this looks like to me is I was lucky and coincidental enough to look into this field. I don't know, the pursuit of truth, understanding of God, okay? When I think about, like, the news from years ago, and they were talking about the God particle, and people were, like, winning Nobel Prizes for the boson-Higgs particle, it makes me, like, want to vomit, guy. They found the God particle, and they got, like, what, Nobel Prizes here, guy? And how did the God particle that they found, since they found it, make our lives any better? How much money did they receive for that prize, for the God particle? How much money was brought their way from this? How has that discovery changed your life for the better in the time that has passed? They got you trapped in here, guy. They got you trapped, separated from heaven. 174 magnets in heaven. They have you completely going around that in an infinite knot of slavery and mental, like, I don't know, guy. A constant bombardment of creation code at all times. Okay, so I'm gonna end this with just saying that I find that since I've been finding lots of, see, like, again, this is what I'm trying to explain, okay, when it's, like, all done, when that is going to be covered with those little bits, it's going to have a bunch of little, like, antenna. 14, yeah, I was right. And it's going to have a grid, okay, a bunch of two-dimensional planes going around the whole thing. And the extra wheels are just going to go, like, the axles will go through that, and then they'll just continue. But I think that the grid only needs to be around this. And I did a bunch of calculations, guy, trust me. Okay, but I mean, I am going to, these were good. These were good. When I was doing this stuff, I was pretty impressed. Yeah, this is very important. The hexagram code, guy, it's too small. Okay, so it needs to be brought to the light a little more, I think. So whatever this video is, I highly encourage that you view it. I'm going to put a link in the description, okay? I think you remember what I did now. It's like, oh, in the little, it's like, you're in a hypercube, okay? You're in a cube within a cube within a cube. This red cube is one cube. That blue cube inside is the other cube. The third cube is the dot, guy. It's this infinite singularity in the middle, okay? And I do believe that the 6 represents the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots, or the 6 lines, probably the 6 lines. 6 one-dimensional lines. The 2 here represents, I believe, the 2 dots of the red. And the 4 are just going to be the 4 one-dimensional lines here, okay? And this is what makes a hexagram, which is a representation of the hypercube, okay? Which is a cube within a cube within a cube. Geez. So I'm going to like bring this up to light. I think we should all revise it because this hypercube or this hexagram is found in everything, and I think you should really know what it truly means.